what would Idenics do for me?
Well, I don't know. The thing you would have to have, what Identics could do for you, what would it do for you? If it what we're addressing, as I mentioned before, is people's personal unwanted conditions.
Hmm.
If you had such a thing as one of these issues or personal unwanted conditions,
Right.
then it could help you to look and get to the bottom of something so that it's no longer unwanted. It's no longer a condition for you. Um, but you would have to have something like that. In other
Right.
words, I mean, there are three things that I have as far as a criteria for accepting a person for Idenics.
Hmm.
And if they meet that criteria, I'll accept them. If they don't, I won't. Very
Okay.
simple. And,
Yeah.
and one of them is that the person's there here on their own determinism, meaning that it's not somebody sending them in because they thought it was a good idea for them to do it.
Mm.
They got to be there on their own, right?
Okay.
And because the next thing is closer to what we were talking about, is because if I ask them, what do you want to work on? The guy goes, well, I don't really have anything. They think I do. Well, what am I going to do? Work on what that person thinks that you should handle, right? And the other thing, if you just said, well, I heard some good things about this Idenics, so I just do it on me. Well, okay. What is there something you want to work on? No, I'm fine, but just do it on me. I don't have anything to do because I'm only working from your agenda. In Identics, there is no agenda. I don't have anything for you to do.
Huh.
Okay, that's the difference between this and many self-improvement things where people think that you should deal with this and that. I don't know what you should deal with. I don't have anything. I don't really believe there's much wrong with people except what they are stuck with.
Mm.
And how do you know what they're stuck with? They'll tell you
Hmm.
if it's bothering them. Okay. Does
Hmm.
that mean that they could have issues that aren't bothering them? I guess. All right. Like say, for instance, a person had an issue with heights, right?
Hmm.
But he lives on the desert. Never comes up. Never an issue till he moves to the mountains, you see.
Right.
So it may be there, but it's not an issue for them.
Right.
So it's not going to come up. Okay. Right. In other words, I'm only working from the person's agenda. So that's the first thing. You got to have something you want to work on. And then we can then take that up and deal with it in some of the ways we talked about.
Okay.
Okay, so and then the final is that the person's willing to take a look. Final criteria.
Ah.
Willing to take a look. So they're on their own here on their own determinism, have something they want to work on and willing to take a look. If they meet that criteria, I'll accept them. If they don't, I won't. So you want how can I help you? If you're here with that criteria, then let's go.